Welcome back to Sailing with Lucy. So what have we been up to?
Hi everyone, today we're off to the boat again to do some last minute preparations before we take photos.
And we took lots of photos and videos to create an up-to-date boat tour and a webpage for KEKAIMALU with all the info on Swanson boats and a lot of specs. We also met up with the broker. Jim sails a Beneteau 47 to the Whitsundays and puts it to the test, and I experienced a home invasion of a different kind. But first, the most amazing and delightful event happened. Our daughter Amelia flew all the way from London to surprise me on my birthday. Jim and I were supposed to be having lunch with our friends Mike and Sim, and I had no idea that Millie was behind that door. When it opened, I was so shocked my heart skipped a beat, and for a few seconds I couldn't move. It felt like a dream. She brought me her new season swimwear and resort wear as presents. Okay, they do look different on these girls, and we packed in as much as we could in a week. It felt like every day was my birthday. We even went to places I've never gone to before. And it was a lot of fun to see how the other half lives. Expensive.
Headed on a road trip, let's go, let's go. Watching every town we dip on past. You're in charge of the tunes, just skip the ones that make the time just fly by.
I'll never forget that week. It was so special. But everything has to come to an end, and she had to go home. But we'll see her and our son soon.
Today is an important day. It's the first step towards selling KEKAIMALU. We have the broker having a look at her right now, and it's quite bittersweet, the feeling. I feel sad already, so goodness knows how I'm going to feel when we actually sell her. But, you know, I keep focusing on new horizons and new experiences.
Avenue for my weakness.
So, Jimmy, how did you go with the broker today?
Very good. Had a lengthy meeting on board, going through the systems. He's viewed the boat tour and the photos, and we just discussed also what we want to do if we sell the boat, where we go from there. And he's going to review the boat tour and the photos and discuss it with his other partners, and we'll talk about price.
And today you're off?
Yeah, today I'm jumping on board a friend's boat, someone I've been sailing with for nearly 50 years. If that gives away our age.
At the end of this video, Jim tells you what he thinks of the Beneteau and if he feels it's the right sort of boat for us.
We're going to go straight through about 600 nautical miles north of Sydney to a place called Wide Bay Bar, which then gives you an inland route to further north to the Whitsunday Islands, the Great Barrier Reef.
And that's going to take you how long?
It'll take us 3 days to get to the bar, and then we'll have 1 day navigating the inland waterway. Then we're back into the sea, but it'll be behind the reef, so it'll be fairly smooth. And then we'll probably do day hopping until we get up to the Whitsundays. It was just an off-the-cuff thing. He's taking it up for winter, and he just texted me and said, would you like to come up? And I wasn't going to go, but Adriana said, why don't you go? So what a good wife she is. What a good boat wife.
See you!
It was really hard to watch Jim go and do exactly what we've been planning to do for the last 3 years. But it's a great opportunity to test the Beneteau 47 during a passage we'll hopefully be doing soon. It'll be interesting to find out how well she sails and also how comfortable she is both at sea and at anchor. In the meantime,
Lucy and I'll have fun, won't we, Lucy?
Jim is, as we speak, having the most amazing time. The weather is phenomenal. Good winds, flat seas, sunny skies, and whales. He's even had a full moon to guide him. And amazing sunrises. I did some writing, housework and exercise, but I felt the pull of the sea. So I climbed in my car with Lucy and went to the beach with friends. It was so good to hear the waves and smell that briny smell again. So beautiful.
That was lovely.
Amber flashing lights compose your forest for the trees. Slowly thawing ice clashing anew, no guarantee. Flourish and decline.
Absolutely glorious sailing conditions out here. Very flat sea, unusually flat. Big swells coming in, about 4 metre swells, but they've got a very big period, so it's no problem. The sea's beautiful. And just behind me, we've got the coast of the Great Dividing Range, just south of Coffs Harbour. We're currently near the entrance of the Bellinger River, and the Great Dividing Range looks magnificent along the skyline. I hope you're doing okay down there in Sydney, honey, and you're winning the battle with the cockatoos.
Presented by the makers of Wild Root Cream Oil for the hair.
The Maltese Cockatoo. It was the morning of the 19th when I was called in to help a woman with a bird. The bird and his gang had been terrorizing the neighborhood, and the woman was at her wit's end.
Oh my God.
Meet Babyface Harry. I had to find a way to stop him and his gang of thieves.
This is how many oranges they have destroyed.
Every morning I get up and I find a massacre of the orange tree by these Stupid cockatoos. I know what they're thinking. Jim's gone. Time for a party. I've got something in store for them.
That's where I come in. After studying the devious creature, I had a plan. Yeah, I was going to use the one thing that baby-faced Harry can't stand. Water.
Here they are again.
We thought we had it made, but the next day, Babyface came back to taunt us. Yeah, he was a cocky cockatoo, all right. I had a hunch it was time to bring out our secret weapon, Lucy. But Babyface was not perturbed. In fact, he took a pleasure in humiliating Lucy. And then one morning, it was like a scene from the Game of Thrones. Heads on walls. This meant war.
Yes, the bird war, the bird attack. Call it what you like. They're massing out there someplace and they'll be back. You can count on it.
I wasn't about to give up. I wasn't no chicken, all right. Every morning, every evening, I pursued that baby-faced cockatoo.
Oh no.
Until I was spent. Yeah, I had lost and Babyface knew it.
Anyway, gotta clean this up. I hope you're having a good time, Jimmy.
I knew Jim was about to tackle the wide bay bar. Now there's always concern when preparing to cross that bar because it has a reputation for being one of the most dangerous on the Queensland coast. There are a number of factors that make it dangerous. It's completely open to the ocean, the crossing is long, over 3 nautical miles, and dotted with large sandbars that are constantly shifting due to weather conditions. For this reason, you can't rely on existing markers, and it is necessary to get up-to-date information from maritime services. These factors make rescuing a boat in trouble very difficult, and many a vessel has fallen foul of the bar, with subsequent damage, injury, and even loss of life. Jim's friend's boat Ishtar has a deep draft, 2.8 metres, and so the crossing had to be calculated to coincide with the flood tide and good general wind and swell conditions.
So we've just crossed Wide Bay Bar without incurring any damage, and now we're starting to navigate through the Sandy Straits, which is going to require us to be on task because we've got a fairly deep keel, and we've really got to get the tide and the navigation right to not get stuck here. So we'll soon find out how good we are. We just passed between Cape Manifold and Hasgard Island, about 25 miles north of Yeppoon, and the scenery is definitely improving. It's getting really pretty.
Time keeps on slipping like sand through my hands. I honestly can't believe I'm as old as I am. The moon keeps on pulling.
Well, we just dropped the anchor in Island Head Creek, and I've got another little yacht coming in behind me. Apart from that, we got no other company, so it's pretty nice. Beautiful anchorage.
blue-eyed daughter. The footsteps behind us keep washing away.
The sun's coming up. Still pretty cool even this far north, but beautiful conditions. Can't complain. 14 knots on the beam from the southeast. We're heading to Duke Island today.
The shape of the shoreline seems addicted to change. A blink of an eye, another decade flies by. Isn't it a wonder that we're even alive? We're even alive. It's a beautiful miracle, but the story goes on. It's a beautiful miracle between the sea and the sun. And the sun. The raindrops are singing on a roof made of tin. Melodies in tune with the sound of the wind.
So Mackay Marina's got a very serious break wall. You can drive along the top of it.
These walls are necessary because the Mackay region is often impacted by cyclones during the cyclone season. During these cyclones, waves have been known to reach 10 metres in height, causing damage to boats.
Made it to Mackay Marina. One thing that's very interesting about this marina and town general port infrastructure is the height of the tides. So as you can see, the ramps going down to the marina are very, very steep at the moment. But when the tide comes up, which can come up 4.5, 5 metres, it's not so bad. And this is Ishtar, Beneteau First 47.7 with its deadly anchor. Works like magic. Was built by the previous owner for the seabeds of South Australia, but I tell you what, it works fine pretty well everywhere. So it's goodbye Ishtar, time to hit the airport, and I'll be seeing you soon. See you, honey.
You and I. It's a beautiful miracle that the story goes on. It's a beautiful miracle between the sea and the sun. And the sun.
The first 47.7 is a Bruce Farr-designed cruiser racer built by Beneteau. She was an early production model and has the deep draft performance keel, which is about 9 foot 2 inches, so pretty deep. She's seen a lot of hard racing and has stood up effortlessly to the extreme loads imposed when you push a yacht with a full racing crew out at sea. I'd have to say, overall, I was really impressed by this Bruce Farr design. She's a strong racer cruiser, great to sail, and her waterline of 41 foot 6 inches gives her long legs to eat up the miles. So, is this design right for us as a cruising couple? The interior fit out is really nice. It's comfortable, functional, and of a higher build quality than what you see in the newer production boats. Whilst we're looking for a boat around this size, the sail plan, particularly the main, would be a bit too much for us as a cruising couple. However, whilst this particular boat is optimised more towards racing, Beneteau did offer a variety of standard rig, keel, engine and accommodation configurations. So a smaller rig cruising version with the walk-through cockpit could be a great boat.
Thanks for subscribing if you're new, liking and sharing our videos. It means the world to us.
Remember what Lucy says, stay well, stay safe, and keep that tail wagging.